You can't keep Hans Mole Man down. Don't forget the ferrets, no! And never forget the furry noodles. I love ferrets. I think they are so cute. So cute. Alright, anyway, I'm back. I am back. Let's get back to the game. Close this. And we travel away. Ashfield. It seems like I should be able to just hop over. Can I hop over mountains now? Can I? Yeah, getting up when your legs hurt is... it's always tough. But moving around should help.
On it.
It always helps me if my legs are super sore and I'm like, huh. After I move around for a while, it's not as bad. The dark silhouette before you coalesces into the form of Blood and Mark. Daggers held in either hand, the Archon of Shadows steps toward you with a confident stride.
Fatebinder. No. Archon. Welcome back to Ashfield. You've been busy.
Just like intercourse. Been busy like intercourse. Thank you, Wormy, for the host. Appreciate it. His eyes brighten with interest.
You cast an edict and became an Archon of something different, indeed. You're not some wild talent breathing fire, pissing mercury, or transforming into an animal. You're tapping into the Overlord's vein of magic. Not many can walk as we do in the darkness. Not many can keep their sanity in a state of eternal night. Because you've proven you can, I'll give you this. The written testimony of a sage in witness at the Edict of Nightfall's proclamation several centuries ago. Figure out how to cast it, and in that region, we'll be unstoppable.
Okay.
Now there isn't an Archon in the tiers who isn't considering how best to handle you.
What about you? Are you also wondering how to handle me?
I handled you long before you became an Archon. We're on the same side. Mine.
Good. I feel completely reassured by your words.
We'll talk about it later. The point is, I'm not the Archon you should be worried about next.
I don't want to say this. So level with me, would you... What would convince you to swear fealty to me over Tunin? I don't need fealty. I just want people to leave me the fuck alone.
If you want me to forsake the old man, you'll need to do what he ought to have done ages ago. Slay the voices of Nerat and Graven Ash. If you're as powerful as I fear you are, let's see you put that strength to good use and rid the world of two festering problems.
You're Kairos' best assassin. Why send me to do your job?
Because unlike you, I still value my standing in the court, and try to keep my underhanded conspiracies mostly to my imagination. And frankly, think of it as a test. It's obvious you have power. What's not obvious to me is that you can wield it wisely. You should focus first on the Archons of War and Secrets. If you can't get them to swear to you, end them. Unless, of course, you want to be felled by the combined might of their armies.
All right.
A word of warning. Confront the Adjudicator at this time, and I'll have no choice but to fight you. Do not force my hand. I'd rather see you survive.
Hey, me too. He nods once to you before seeping completely into the darkness. All right. Other quests. Travel to Cacophony. And assault the forces. Travel to Ironheart. So it's just a lot of battle now. I guess I'll do Scarlet Chorus first. Handle me, daddy! Good job, Simon. Good job. But yeah, he said something about Nightfall. Learn how to do that. And I was like, I want to do that. Maybe did he give me something? No? Yes? No. I totally thought this was a javelin, and I'm mad now. I need to go back and find my other javelin. So I'm actually going to go to Lethian's Crossing and see if he's got my javelin for sale. Can I buy my javelin back, please? Because I put so many points, like all of my stuff is based on having a thrown weapon. So as much as I like having something that's super powerful and can cast lightning and shit, obviously not saying anything. I'm just assuming it'll come up. The game is only giving me the option to kill Graven Ash, or to deal with Graven Ash and Voices of Narot. So I'm assuming once I do that, it'll come over there. I was gonna say something, Wormy, but that's nasty. What I was gonna say is a little much. Just a wee bit. Welcome, friend. Show me what you have for sale. I want to buy this back from you. It's mine. At least he still had it. Because, yeah, I was hoping this was a javelin. Doesn't Tempest just sound like a javelin? It feels bad. I want it. Anyway, at least I've got my javelin back. And now we go to Cacophony to attack the Voices of Narot. Sounds like a fantasy weapon name. Maybe it's because Jordana has lightning magic. She does lightning and illusions and uses a javelin. But Tempest just sounds like a javelin. It also could be this series of books that I've been reading. The Arcana Chronicles by Cresley Cole. Which reminds me, when does the new one come out? There's one more book in the series and I've been waiting. I think it's out this year, but I don't know when. What do you mean? We're right fucking here, dudes. You must gather your party and we're all like pressed up against the edge of the map. Yeah, your job just is like a lot of cutting you. Your job is ready to cut a bitch. I cut you. So what do you guys got going on this weekend? I mentioned that I might stream. Depends on how sleepy I am. Defeat the Scarlet Chorus. I will murder you all.
I'm ready to go.
Defeat the Scarlet Chorus. I have to kill you now. Killing all of you. That's something I must do. Killing
Come
all
at me,
of
grave meat.
you.
On it.
I will murder your little faces. Your face will turn to mush. Because my magic will punch it until your bones go gush. Work trying to figure out what you want face mush? Just working and figuring shit out? Okay.
Right.
Now I'm going to try to avoid as many as possible. The game might make me murder them all, but, you know, I can do my best. Hey, Seven Toes, I recognize that name. Unfortunately, we might have to kill, Sanguinari.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
That's the ultimate bravery.
I mean, like, you could go see a movie, you could join a book club.
Damn thing couldn't pierce
You know, there's
cloth.
stuff to do that involves sitting, if you're tired.
Will do.
Things aren't too bad. My favorite little girls and I are visiting Sunday to bake cookies with me. That's so cute. Oh shit. Get up, honey.
Consider it done.
When did that happen?
Not done yet.
I thought we were wrecking.
Say in the matter.
Aye. Take that!
I'm bleeding. Quest updated. Alright, I'm gonna let us finish healing. Confront the voices and end him. Okay. Wait, since when did I die? I don't even know what the hell just happened. It's fine. Yeah, I hope the storm isn't bad either. I mean, you could even just go, like, sit in a park. Alright, well, Amelia's dead. Hey, yo, voices.
Your campaign ends here, maggot of unreason. We have no intention of joining the uncounted corpses littered in your path. We love to see an agent of the court shatter their bonds and declare their sovereignty. But you would have been better served wearing red.
I don't want to be sovereign.
The gangs need more talent like yours. At least we can make an example of you that others will remember. We could have been magnificent together. But instead, we will have your bones fashioned into a scepter, your skin knotted into a belt, and your tongue fed to crows. At least crows know the meaning of respect and gratitude.
They are pretty cool. I'm gonna attack you in silence.
You aren't worried that this is a bit hasty? Not that I won't come along for the experience, but no one has challenged the Archon of Secrets and survived. I hope you'd thought this through.
Hesitation? This isn't the verse I know.
We've both been here before, haven't we? I'm right back to the day when my sisters died in front of me, only this time I'm truly afraid.
Aww.
I don't waste a lot of time worrying about consequences, but this might be our last chance to think about what exactly we're about to do.
We're about to wreck a dude's many faces.
Listen to her, Fatebinder. She shows wisdom beyond her years.
The Voices of Nerat is a terrifying, centuries-old mastermind, and neither of us have been around as long as him. That point seems worth emphasizing. I really hope you understand that he's going to hurt us.
It's true. We promise.
If you're up to it, then I'm with you. I've killed my share of gang bosses, and it doesn't take a genius to know when a leader is flagging and needs to be replaced. No offense, Archon.
She glances at the Voices of Nerat and frowns.
None taken, wretched girl. We have never been more proud of you than at this moment. You are everything the chorus strives to become.
Shall we end his miserable existence together, Verse?
Sounds like a plan to me, boss. I'll sleep a lot better knowing there's one less parasite in the world.
Yeah, girl.
Our little spy is right about one thing, you know. You're going to die, screaming. But your awareness will live for eternity, suffering within our magnificence. Attend to us, darlings! There is more than one way to skin a Fatebinder, and we will show you as many as possible.
Alright, let's do it. Oh, what?
Come, gather around and watch us destroy the Fate Binder.
Oh, he's making a spectacle, I see.
I'm not here to make friends.
Prey is too smarmy. Can't be catched with claws.
Now I can do my stuff.
I'll omit that from the record.
Oh, he's paralyzed. Cool. Whoa! Oh, that's neat. That is so
Never
cool.
alone.
And a spectral blur on her.
Lousy shit, phony!
This isn't working.
I'm going to ignore a fragment of Amelia.
Imputed wretch.
I'm gonna see what happens if we ignore it.
That again. We dare you.
Hiya! Alright, cool.
I think that one hit.
Just like when we were fighting the really tough, Azure Shield grants its wearer bonus to quickness, movement, speed, accuracy. Valid weapons all, so I don't even have to have it in a... Bolt of energy. Explodes in an area around the target. Why are you telling me no? Why are you telling me no? Alright, well, never mind. We'll just do regular ass shit then. We could do blood-soaked stone. I really like death from above, though.
Let's do it, you and me.
You and me, verse.
Limper and ride, beast woman.
I bounce you up, and you shoot him in the face. Yes. Bows and athletics. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, what else we got going on here? I will suck their might. And let us, yeah, let's slow the sands.
Pity, you
You
won't
a bow
enjoy this as
person?
much as I.
Oh, sharts.
I do.
Alright. Fragment of Horatia. We shouldn't have sent so many people over here. I didn't know. Also, we have
I
a ton
think
of
that
these.
one hit phone.
Cool. We're fine. We're fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Stop dodging strikes from Brendan claws.
Alrighty. We're doing okay, we're doing fine, we're doing good. Strike forcefully with a weapon? Nah. Are you...
You're going to
want
have
her
to
to
kill
be.
all of us.
I can kill whatever I want to kill. You aren't gonna tell me who I can murder and who I cannot murder.
At once.
What could make this better? Oh, right. More of us.
Alright. Heal
At
her.
once.
They won't even get close.
I want you to back up. Disengage. Oh, he's almost down.
Felt nothing.
Jordana, what are you doing here? Jordana.
I'm getting too old for this.
Hello, Jordana? Jordana? Jordy Gordy?
Yield your flesh. The mind will follow.
Hiya! Bleed, bleed, bleed. Now everyone... Oh, is he dead?
Approach
Aha!
us, you insignificant little morsel. We would have a word with you.
The Archon clutches at his robes, the tears of which shine with dim green flame. I don't trust it. At first you hear nothing but the muffled roar of blood rushing through your head, but another sound rises up over the din. Raucous laughter. It grows to such a volume that your ears prickle in agony. The moment you can take no more, it subsides into an even chuckle.
Did you think we could not make ourselves heard if we wished
Alright,
it, you
I didn't know.
naive and despicable fledgling?
4 to 8 inches? That sounds like fun to me. Yeah, right? I thought the same thing, Bear. I was like, oh, he wants a spectacle. I thought he was just gathering forces. Gathering forces.
Whatever the thoughtless rabble may whisper about this moment, don't delude yourself into thinking you are powerful, that you matter, or that someone out there isn't greater still.
Of rain, Beam! Of rain! I like rain.
We came from nothing.
But
Our deeds defined us to the people, and the people knew us as a monster. Did you imagine we were always flames, voices, and secrets? Think on that. You archon of misguided decisions.
Kit just wants some really girthy raindrops. I could never become like you.
Couldn't you? How much you've changed since this war began. Imagine if you subjected that same pressure to centuries of time. We don't have to wonder, but you do. You have all the time in the world.
Something about this strikes the voices as funny. He begins to laugh. Short bursts develop into violent, uncontrollable spasms of insane joy. The voices lets his hands fall from his robes. The very flames that defined him as a shapeless being whip into a frenzy, consuming him as they burn. You hear a distant, incoherent chorus of screams in the back of your head, but as quickly as it rises, it fades to silence. I swear I know how to read. The Archon of Secrets is extinguished before your eyes.
No! Not like this! We were so close!
Shit. I guess that just happened. Good thing I'm still a part of the gang. Right, boss?
So much knowledge was in that hive of a creature. If Narat weren't such a wanton monster, I'd almost shed a tear for his passing. Just think of how many tomes his minds could have filled. Though I suppose most of it would have been sketches of torture and fornication.
Shadow Hunter and Archon Killer, Terror, Death that stalks and swift silent strikes from darkness, most feared predator in all of Tears Land.
I love her. And they're all just like, they're just filing off so, like, gently almost. Okie dokie. So, I'm gonna go ahead and rest. Oh, I guess that's done. I wonder what happened to Amelia's kid, though. But yeah, we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna go straight over to Graven Ash, like... As much as I don't want to do this, I, like, have to. Because I trust Bled and Mark, and he said don't go to Tunin right now. So we shan't. We're going to go to Iron Hearth, which is my first time being in here. Just bloop over the burning library. I bet there there are molds out there that exist already. Genital ice cube molds. Defeat Graven Ash's forces. I want to look at this map. Okay, so going up here, I pretty much have to kill 3 blobs of people.
Moving cautiously.
Actually, I didn't realize they wanted to talk to me. Talk to me. Fatebinder. I never thought that anyone could get the jump on the voices of Nerat. He outlasted most of his enemies and ate the others. He was this great bottomless thing. I just assumed that he'd be around forever. And now he's dead. It's hard to believe, really. I'm happy, but he also gave me this life, this name. I hated him, but he was incredible. An artist. What I'm trying to say here is that I'm impressed. You've exceeded my low expectations. Do you think he's really dead? If we're being honest with each other, I have my doubts. The voices could scheme 1,000 steps ahead of anyone. I can only imagine that he had something planned for his death, some contingency. It could be so complex we might never recognize it if we saw it. It might not even happen in our lifetimes if we're lucky. Goodbye. Kills in shadow. Loyalty only 1? Loyalty 2, bitch. Or I guess you only need 1. Kills in shadow watches you. Unblinking, black pupils dilating wide across her crimson eyes. She parts her lips as she scents the air.
Alpha smells good. Makes Beast Woman want to hunt. Kill.
You know what else smells good? Your steak trail, baby. Ah!
Beast Woman is happy. Likes when Fatebinder wins. Likes that Fatebinder slaughtered Alpha of Scarlet Chorus without mercy. Was vicious, cunning, Archon with many voices. Was Alpha of biggest pack. Means Alpha of Kills and Shadow is bigger, better, strongest. Will always win. Fatebinder wants Beast Woman?
We can sleep with Beast Woman! You know, you're no grandma. But hell yeah, I will do this. The reek of an unwashed feral animal, bloodied and battle-worn, swathes you like a wet blanket, and you breathe through your mouth to keep from retching. I breathe through my mouth to licking. Lick that trail, that stink trail, gonna lick it. Okay. I'd like to spar, we should strategize, I want your opinion, let's play a game. Fatebinder wants you to bathe. If you were to follow me, I want... Alright, this is just like getting to know you. But we're at the end of the game, so I'm not going to ask you any of these questions.
You didn't see nothing.
That's what you come back to. Exclamation point, quote, space 291. Quote 291. Oh, you're getting sneakier, Lantry. Stone shield.
Your days end here!
I'm on it.
Man, they are no match for me. Thanks, Beam.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do. Take that!
I need to try a different weapon.
Stay fast. Grandma Beastman has a legendary stank trail.
Take that!
Welcome back, Kit. But yeah, Grandma Beastman has a legendary stank trail, and we've been looking for it the whole game. We never found Grandma Beastman.
Stepping lightly.
Alright, who we fucking got over here? Iron Walker, Crescent Runner, Stone Shield, Crescent Runner, Earthshaker. Alright, you. Leaping Death! think we still got the stealth on that, hopefully.
Fall before me!
I'm getting a little wrecked. It's fine. Lancey's got my back. Alright, now everyone attack this person. I'm just gonna run the fuck away and stop stabbing me. Stop stabbing me.
For the glory of Kairos!
For the glory of I'ma fuck you up! Alright, let's heart shot. Oh well, they're dead. Oh well.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Getting close to penetrate prey?
Ball throw? Throw?
I've had far worse.
Take that!
I can't say I've ever heard of a ball
Pity, you
throw.
won't enjoy this as
Oh,
much
it's
as
from the
I
movie.
do.
Okay. I've only seen that movie once, so I definitely can't quote it.
I got it.
I'm gonna loot all your shit. That's my shit now. I love that you don't have to rely on consumables in this game.
Interesting.
That was something that bothered me about Pillars. Is that if you didn't use consumables, you were fucked.
I got it.
Ooh. Eoja's calling. Who has these artifacts just like chilling? Oh, yeah, dude. Also, I want you to use this. Like, I want you to have it. Everybody gets special weapons. This is an artifact, isn't it? What are my artifacts? Hang on. Dauntless. Steadfast Insignia. Magebane Helm, Azure Shield, Staff of Hours. Okay, so Staff of Hours was a thing. Gravebow Tempest. Okay, so it's not an artifact, it's just a really beefy weapon. Alright, well, whatever. I'll take it.
Will rend to pieces.
I have a ratio of beard to ball throw. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Oh look, we could just rest here. That's weird. I'm gonna save the game. I want to see if we can sneak past these dudes. Cause the fewer dudes I gotta kill, the more I like it. 1 to 0? Okay, so when the beard is 1, the ball throw is 0.
On the lookout.
Will do.
Okay, I don't see how to raise this. None of these are particularly spooky.
Heads up, we have company.
Felt nothing.
Jordana, what are you doing?
I got it.
You're a ranged lady. Be a ranged lady. If you're gonna be ranged, be ranged. What
the fuck is wrong with my weapon?
Everybody gonna bleed. Everybody gonna bleed, 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 bleed. Everybody's going to bleed. I'm going to stop my thoughts. We're all going to bleed, bleed, bleed. Oh, bleed, bleed. Look at him bleeding, bleed, bleed, bleed. No.
I'm stronger.
Back. Don't ask. Ooh, level up. Hills of Shadow. Hot dang diggity 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 dag. So she's full up on quickness and vitality. Let's go ahead and give you might. And what do we got here? Attacks from stealth cause targets to bleed. Grants a heal over effect until combat ends. Hell fucking yes. Yes, 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 yes. Alright, I'm gonna save again. Cause in case Graven Ash. It's a Jim Carrey joke. I see. I am unfamiliar with that joke specifically. Hello.
The silence and cacophony tells me that the voices of Narot is dead, and I have every reason to celebrate.
Celebrate.
I don't imagine for a moment that you came seeking my gratitude for a job well done.
Join with me.
So, you see fit to grace my halls with your presence. This will be the last time. I have no wish to consort with traitors. You have held back this campaign against the Tears long enough.
I really didn't, though. You just overreacted.
After I grind your bones into the dry earth, my disfavored will take back this realm for the vaunted North, and you will be forgotten.
Beast Woman and Alpha, to kills in shadow, have come hunt disfavored extinct. After many more than 5 seasons of hunting, finally, now, last Shadow Hunter will slaughter, will devour Alpha to ironclads.
Well, she's excited.
Will be Archon to Ironclad's bones that are being ground between Beast Woman's killing teeth.
Yeah, what she said.
Would that I had killed you back in Vendrian's Well. Had I a moment of foresight, I would not have hesitated to twist your head from your neck.
I love that we got favor for that, for just being like, yeah, sure.
Gather, my legion. We will see this pestilence dispatched for the battlement of war. Fatebinder, prepare yourself.
Oh, I'm prepared. Be
Teach this one a
prepared.
lesson. We will not suffer insubordination.
Alright, so he's gonna send his dudes after me first. Seems a little ugly. Ooh, Skyblade? I wanna know what Skyblade is. I'm gonna do this so that I can heart pierce all of them. She needs like a prone resist. She just gets knocked down a lot.
Damn thing couldn't pierce claw.
Step, 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 step. Look at you, almost dead.
Can penetrate prey.
Was my javelin too much for you? Javelin sprunk.
I've had it far worse.
Iron Marshal and Renyos. Oh, no wonder.
This isn't working.
I was like, this person's kind of beefy. This is a little beefy.
Stop dodging strike.
Good work.
By Starlight. That was a Dota quote. No, we don't need greater renewal.
Next wave, my legion! For the north!
I don't see why. Yeah, let's go for Earthshaker, please. Because they cause trouble.
Got them in my sights.
Taking a little bit of damage.
Consider it done.
Knock him down, please.
I'm injured.
Oh, he knocked he knocked we down. I meant he knocked us down.
Aye. I'll tear
He
your
knocked
scalp
we,
out by
you,
your
I,
ass.
me. Them knocked
Take that.
theirs.
This is not a fight you can win.
Yes, it is.
Attack, my soldiers!
Listen. You ain't all that, honey. Oathbound. Marek. I don't know these people. Is this verse? Let's go for this dude first.
This isn't working.
Here.
Far worse.
Attack this guy. Merrick. Oh, hello, Merrick. I wish that we could just hang out and have tea or something. But that
Pity
ain't
you
gonna
won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Well, that's cool. Whatever's happening on the ground over there, I don't know what it is.
Wait, I did that? Nice!
Nice! You did a good job.
I'm getting too old for this.
You're never too old for attacking.
Humans did not. Sea beast woman's miss.
They never had a chance.
Okay. I don't mind them attacking me.
This weapon is entirely worthless.
I want them off first. Let's false pit. Fall down.
Claws can penetrate prey.
Dazed.
Take that!
Alright, last dude.
Pity you won't enjoy this as
And
much
I
as
imagine
I
it's
do.
these two
Let's
beefcakes
see
and
what
then
falls.
they Nash themselves. I would imagine. We're all quite healthy though. We have yet to fall. I mean, we fell down like literally on the ground. But we haven't gotten any wounds.
Take that!
Stab.
Don't throw your lives away, my northerners. I will handle this upstart myself.
Alright, we're gonna want to be a little bit more aggressive here. So let's...
More killing.
Might.
More. Leave, beast woman.
As you command.
Heal her. I don't need it because I'm
Strike from
back
rending
here.
claws.
I'm getting too old for this.
Ooh. Holy! Oh my. Please take a potion. Holy mackerel. Also take a healing potion. Also take a healing potion. Everybody's just gonna heal potion. We're just gonna take a sip. Just a little sip. Concussive bolt.
Seeing an awful lot of red.
How about you? Stalwart Surge. Yeah. Do that. Oh, she's stunned herself. Okay. Can she do this while she's stunned?
They better not wake up dead.
Well,
Consider
here you
it
go. We'll get
done.
you up. No problem.
Good as new, or at least.
Where's he running to? Alright, we'll just regroup. You two come over here. Alright, everybody attack. And you're gonna heal her. It's fine. Where you going, buddy? Where you going, man?
Stand down, soldier.
Have you disemboweled him yet? I would like for... Ooh, Skyblade! Skyblade's new. I want to see what it does. Skyblade.
There will be
Oh, she's gonna toss me up.
I feel
Oh, that's bad.
pained.
That's bad. Our healer's down. Now things are...
Damn thing
now
couldn't
things are
pierce
dangerous. We do have a lot of potions, though. Oh, shit. Stalwart Surge.
I am wounded.
Okay. So far, so good. We're okay. It's death from above. 'Cause we
Seeing an
fucking
awful
can.
lot of red. Wake me up when it's
No!
over.
We still got this. We still got this. We still got this. I suck your might from you. And false pit.
Dodging strike from rending claws.
How about bleed a little? Yes. Stricken, the Archon looks down on his blood-stained hands with disbelief. Beads of sweat roll from his brow and glisten at the corners of his eyes. Graven Ash turns his attention up to you. The last of the fight has left him. Nothing remains but the final vestiges of a defeated man.
A word, please. Humor an old man and his regrets.
Ash glances about the disfavored corpses littering the courtyard. His shoulders quake as his strength departs him. Speak your piece.
You are on a path to incredible power. A path that I walked long, long ago. There was strength, victory, triumph. Everything an Archon of War should expect from a life so accomplished.
He takes deep breaths through his nose as he clings to life.
But there was also pain. Had I another century to describe it, I could not explain the punishing agony of my devotion. My soldiers grew to depend on me, and I gifted them my protection. But I also took their harm upon myself. I had the strength to endure for a time. Every gutting, every crushed bone, every death. I took it all upon myself to spare my troops. You must be prepared to do the same.
Okay.
Your rise to power is no matter of personal glory.
Correct.
It touches all who trail in your wake. When you ascend, you won't be alone. Far from it. There will be others who look to you. You will be responsible for them in more ways than you can know. Take care with those who follow you. Depend on each other. But harden yourself to accept the burden of their love. Devotion can bite deeper than any spear.
He looks to your assembled company with a mixture of sympathy and regret.
I hope that you are prepared for what comes next. Because
He grits his teeth as a fresh wave of agony threatens to overcome him.
Kairos will not make it easy.
His energy spent, the Archon releases all of his tension, and for an instant his face reflects deepest peace. Graven Ash, the last of the great northern warlords, dies before your eyes.
If Ironclad's Alpha crawls back to life, Kills and Shadow will happily mutilate Elder for vengeance again and again and again.
For several minutes after the Archon's body hits the ground, Kills and Shadow howls wildly at the sky and claws a fresh, deep scar into her chest. She wears it proudly, her self-inflicted war wound, her mark of victory, her long-awaited revenge. She licks the blood from her claws, her fingers, wrists, and palms, and grins dangerously. She kicks dirt at remaining chunks of his corpse and grunts, satisfied when they neither wriggle nor make a sound. Seeing that one fall is like watching a spire hit the ground. Somehow I thought I'd enjoy it more. Verse frowns to herself and shrugs.
We actually did it! We slew the Archon of War! I'll document later. Right now, I think I need a change of pants and a good cleansing vomit.
A good cleansing vomit! After several attempts to write in a trembling hand, Lantry tosses his quill aside, letting out a long sigh as he paces in tight circles, shaking his arms with nervous energy.
Oh!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What the fuck? That was weird. Ooh, hello. Hello. You acquired the Peacemaker. We're gonna acquire a whole lot more before I'm done here. I don't know exactly why that just happened. I'm wondering if it's because, like, they had previously taken so many wounds and, like, Graven Ash was the one... Oh, there's no, like, text. He was the one who, like, kept them alive? they all just turned blue and died. I want to look at the stuff we just got. Alright, two-handed, oppressing, devastating. What's this? Marik's blackened spear. Two-handed. Wait a minute. If this is one-handed...
This'll be fun.
Huh. I could have been using a shield this whole time, guys. I didn't realize. So instead of using the spear, why not use something beefy and awesome? I'm actually going to take this from her. I probably still won't use it, but... Excuse me? I probably still won't use it, because I'm a javelin lady. But let's give her a peacemaker. It is an artifact. Some of these are just yellow, and some of them are artifacts. There we go. And what is this? Ash's Favor. 5% health while has wounds. Wounded. I think I like what we've got here. I'm assuming everything else is just... Iron Marshal's Heirloom Blade. There's a lot of cool stuff here. His favored iron sword. Okay, nothing. Heavy armor. Oh, that's a gauntlet. I didn't even see. Shattered iron. Alright. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna hang on to these for a little bit. For no reason other than I have them. Alright, Kills and Shadow is happy. And the Peacemaker is happy to be equipped as well. We gotta return to Bled and Mark in the Ash Wield. You know how they advise you to pee after having sex? Apparently you need to vomit after fighting. It's to keep infections away. Imagine if you could just puke to keep infections away. How often would you vomit? If it was like tried and true, like I will not get infected if I puke. I'd probably do once per week. Or maybe less, maybe once a month. Maybe once every 6 months. Listen, I don't want to destroy my teeth. Ash Wield, to the Ash Wield we go. Really hate vomiting. Oh, I don't really mind it. Especially if I, like, 'cause I usually feel better afterwards. Yeah, maybe every, like, 6 months I'd be like, okay. Huh! Startled me. A shadow steps towards you. The edge takes form and substance, a familiar arrival. But rather than greeting you, the Archon circles around, examining you with a disconcerting eye. Finally, he nods and stops before you, offering you one of his signature blades.
Think you've earned me as your blade? I can see that you've defeated the Archons of War and Secrets. No easy feat. But are you ready to stand against the Adjudicator, the Overlord?
I want the dagger, but I also want to be like, who said about standing up to Kairos? With a soft hiss, wispy tendrils unfurl from the curved blade. They bite at you, swiftly slicing a sharp mark as the dagger dissolves into the palm of your hand.
You know what we need to do next.
That's weird. Bledenmark bows, dark arms sweeping wide like the shadows around him. His voice fades with his semblance as he seeps once more into the pitch of nothingness.
You'll next see me with the Adjudicator. Be ready to wield your blade.
What about Nightfall? He mentioned it in passing and then told me nothing else.
Will do.
Hello?
Right.
Alright. Well, that was, short-lived. We've only got one thing left to do.
I got it.
So, let's save the game and appear in court. The end game is just like bing bang boom boom bang boom bang bing bing bong bing bong bing bong bong. Bing bong bing bong boom boom bong. Oh wait, somebody wants to talk to me. Yes, dear.
Alpha smells good. Makes Beast Woman want to hunt. Kill. Alpha to kills in shadow. Slayed disfavored called Graven Ash. Was best death. But Beast Woman would have liked to rend muscle from bone. Rip torn skin. Mauled and mangled more. Not much. Just some more.
The Beast Woman sighs, languishing at the thought.
Wanted to lap last drips of blood, swallow final cries of dying whimper. Wanted to watch die. More than 5 times over.
That's pretty intense.
Fate Binder wants Beast Woman?
Never mind. Alright. Actually, let's do another rest. Considering that we've got a couple of wounds in the party. And we'll do another save, and then we will travel to court and be ready to kill Tunon. Which is, I think, what Blood and Mark was insinuating by giving me a shadow blade that just is in the inside of my fucking hand here. You always sneeze when you season your lunch? What spices do you use? I don't think I've ever sneezed using spices before. I also don't use a lot of spices. Cajun pepper? Sneezing powder. Alright, here we go. No more proceedings will be held for nobles today. This court is closed. This is an outrage. We demand to be heard. Hey, Uncle T. How you doing? This decree is not subject to deliberation. The officers will escort you all out.
Fatebinder, thank you for answering my summons. This could very well be the defining hour of the conquest.
I'll bow.
I first want to make it clear why we've assembled today. After the collapse of Vendrian's Well and the start of the Civil War, it became clear to me that there must have been some great fault on the part of the Archons.
I mean, I collected all that evidence that you didn't want to hear about.
We come together to root out the source of our troubles, and determine which of the Archons has sowed more chaos during the war.
I can point to the culprit and spare us the discussion. Bloodmulch aims the tip of a crude dagger at your heart. This is a scum who brought down the voices. I hope it isn't your intention to arm yourself before a court of peaceful legal representatives, Commander, unless to offer amusement as Blood and Mark flays you for our delight. Callio offers an encouraging smile. He squints at Callio and slowly returns his weapon to its sheath. Tunon turns to aim what you can only assume is a stern look. He refocuses back onto you with cool stoicism.
Much has happened since I dispatched you on that mission.
I'm great. I'm just real fucking great. Yeah, you're like bending over the bowl? Are you like holding it up like, yeah, it's just a little more?
Graven Ash and the voices of Nerat, the appointed generals of this war, are both dead. You were instructed with bringing justice to the unlawful, but you have clearly taken the law into your own hands.
I acted on the Overlord's admonition that only one Archon would rule the tiers. I mean, I don't need to rule, but, like, they would have come and killed me. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice doesn't seem as... informative. Do not attempt to lay responsibility for your treason at the Overlord's feet. One does not establish rule through turning coat and committing murder. No one epitomized enlightened rule like the voices of Nerat. Bloodmulch blinks at you, then glances up at Tunon. Not that I disparage the Archon of Justice.
And you would be that self-appointed ruler. This court wonders
No.
what blood sacrifices your ambition will demand of you next.
I don't want.
The court has a serious problem to address. Your conduct throughout this campaign has come into question, and you will answer for your actions.
I feel like I didn't have a choice was closer. The court of the hype.
You have made quite a name for yourself, Fatebinder. Stories of your deeds have spread through the tiers, and all of them have reached this court. Some actions have consequences. We will see what your actions have wrought. The chaos you've sown everywhere is unacceptable. You cast yourself so far outside the established order, I cannot begin to catalog your misdeeds.
My misdeeds?
For this, you have been deemed guilty and must be executed.
Am I not allowed to have a trial? Is that not the proper procedure?
The outcome is a foregone conclusion, Fatebinder. Your actions cannot be allowed to stand. But if you wish to make a mockery of this court, I will add it to your list of offenses.
I mean, I'll try. And then, you know, if we fight, we fight. I want to defend my actions.
Very well. If you insist we proceed, then we shall.
Yes.
You are on trial for transgressing on the Overlord's authority, breaking the laws of the Empire, bringing mayhem to an otherwise orderly conquest,
I did not do that.
and meddling in concerns that fell beyond your station. Our directive to bring Kairos's peace to the tiers has suffered, and you will answer for the part you played.
I did not bring mayhem to the conquest. They did that all on their own. And if you would let me present the information that I gathered on both Graven Ash and the voices of Nerat, you'd agree with me. If you don't mind, Adjudicator, we are on familiar terms with the Fatebinder here. Should any inconsistencies require our input, we will add our voices as testimony. She nods to Rogalis, then turns to you with an unreadable expression.
The court has inquiries into your conduct. I first call your travel companions to speak on your behalf as witnesses to your character or accomplices to your crimes.
Back me up, fam!
Who will speak on behalf of the Fatebinder? Scarlet Fury, you who sacrificed your old life for this one. Step forward.
Me? As if the likes of me has any business speaking in a grand hall before the Archon. Why, I've murdered enough folk to stack their bodies up to the podium 10 times over. Your Honor.
Thanks, Uncle T.
The
Fatebinder
Fatebinder and I
super
get
cool.
along like a couple of cats. We scratch here and there, but there's respect to be had. Sometimes I think we agree on too much, but can't fight everyone. I suppose I've had worse bosses, and I suppose I've had better friends. But this one's something special. I've killed for her, and I'd do it again.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Let the aged chronicler step forward.
If it may please the court, I will speak true. I have had the honor and privilege of shadowing the Archon. A dream come true for someone so eager to witness history in the unfolding. I can say, with conviction, I am following greatness.
I mean, they're all saying how much they like me, but they're not saying like, oh no, she's loyal to Kairos, don't worry about it. And if required, I could produce my travelogue to back my claims. I've noted the good with the bad, and I think you'll find the Archon has been a force of order and balance. Exactly what you should want from a Fatebinder.
Will anyone else speak on the
thanks,
Fatebinder's
Lantern.
behalf? Let the Beast Woman come forward and offer testimony. I would hear her speak.
Archon barks orders at Beast Woman? Thinks kills in shadow will obey?
She cocks her head to one side and stares at the Archon for a long moment, her lips twisted with barely contained violence. Then, with a peeved huff, she lopes forward.
Beast Woman follows only toughest, most vicious Alpha.
She puffs out her bared chest, proud and flaunting.
Alpha to kills in shadow has slain and rip-slaughtered ruthlessly, leaving trail of prize corpses through all of Tyr's lands. His best fighter can make even ironclads flee, yelping in fear. Will not find better predator elsewhere.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
Evidently not. The time has come for the Fatebinder to offer her testimony. You were tasked with bringing order to the conquest of the Tyrs, and yet you ignored your directive from the Archons. Do you hold the conquest itself in contempt, or did none of the ruling factions convince you of their worth? Though Tuna maintains a stoic exterior, something about the incline of his head speaks of rage, restraint, and perhaps more importantly, curiosity. They were petty and incompetent. Supporting Archons who have already proved themselves would have been a waste of progress. The conquest was a fool's errand. The armies never cooperated. Yeah, that upsets you, but it's true. That is a failing on the Archon's leadership. But don't assume that it frees you from blame. You were also entrusted to ensure the success of the war, and it was. There was just another war right after it. In Lethian's Crossing is under my protection, yet you stole the Magebane helm. Aw, fuck. Without the arcane protection that I commissioned from the Forgebound, the city is laid bare before the Bane, like an offering. Why did you steal it? To be fair, a Fatebinder is tasked with using the tools at their disposal to resolve vital problems, and the Magebane is nothing if not a tool. Perhaps Sedenia would have been better served crafting a statue, but I will allow the defendant to explain. I couldn't allow the Bane to impede my efforts to restore order. The helmet will be returned. Will it? Her beast boobies are definitely out there. This is...
Subway 100 bonus, 10 he wo.
Hey, whoa. Thank you for the spinning sandwich, those extra bits. Paw Cakes, how are you doing? This is closest to the truth. I can't just be like, Blood and Mark told me to. What? Iron or bronze should have served you well enough without having to steal the protection granted a city under my control. Maybe I should have said the last thing. I'm good. You entered the old walls, a clear violation. How do you answer for this? The perversion of justice. Do you think yourself above the law? My only trespass came in pursuit of trespassers, that I might punish their transgressions. Open available for plunder. Transgression was necessary to complete my tasks. The law stood in the path of justice. The circumstances you describe have no precedent, but I trust your reasoning. Agents of my court are not immune to the law, but your position was an impossible one. That was what I was trying to say with the first stuff. Just didn't believe me. At the city of Plainsgate, you killed the garrisoned chorusmen who lawfully claimed it. A dozen of Kairos' servants bloodied in the streets. They attacked me and hence violated Kairos' peace. I defended myself appropriately. True. I suspected as much. A pity you could not do so without eradicating Kairos' presence in the town. Ever since you arrived at the Tyrs, you have proven stubbornly tight-lipped. Your speech is often stilted, as if by some great terror or apprehension. Can you even answer for this anomaly? Or you're too simple? I'm the strong, quiet type. It's a tactic I picked up from watching your interrogations. I mean... This is true, though. That is a better justification than I had suspected. Thank you for satisfying my curiosity. That's true to our character, though, too.
I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements between the two armies. After your arrival, matters quickly escalated into a civil war. Did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake? Or were you merely a victim of circumstance?
None of these options are... These all are kind of the same thing. Archons have committed 100-fold. I recognize the Archons' corruption. It was only a matter of time before they turned on each other. And I was prepared for that eventuality. That's kind of the closest, I guess. Because I was trying to get them to work together. They just fucking refused. I mean, that's also kind of true. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that either, and I'm not gonna glare. I'm gonna say this, I guess. Mephala33, hello, hello, welcome.
If you anticipated a failure on this scale, you should have informed me.
I didn't pit them together.
Or else work to avoid it rather than pit combatants against each other.
Okay, he took that the wrong way. Tune in wrath. Truly the wisdom of the court knows no bounds, your honor. Regalis turns to you with an imperious look.
I am finished with my line of questioning. Have you any closing remarks for the court?
Ooh. Oh shit. No, I don't want to be the Overlord. I do want to break with Kairos, but like, my character just wants to get a ship and sail the fuck away. Just wanted to say I don't recognize this court's authority to judge me. I mean, I have strived to bring peace and order. I had to do that in a Kairos way, but I tried.
The way you frame it, the conquest sounds like a matter of true personal investment.
Yeah.
Most curious.
True to character, yes! I get so excited when games, like, let me say stuff that my character would actually say. And especially when it's, like, phrased in a specific thing. Like, my character is personally invested because she puts herself at number one. However, self-preservation is very important to her. So she will go along. Like, I want peace so that Kairos has no need of me and I can go sail a ship. Are you liking the game so far? I think the game is nearly over. So I will say I like it. Guessing hair? I don't know, actually. No, I think it's part of his mask.
After weighing the charges, this court finds you guilty of all charges. It is this court's opinion that you are a seditious mastermind,
Not a mastermind.
scheming derelict, and a traitor bent on sowing the destruction of the Northern Empire. The sentence is death.
We'll see about that.
Hubris in the face of annihilation. My court and the world at large are better rid of you, wretched thing. Blood and Mark, execute her.
Will he actually, though? Or is he gonna stab him? Shadows pool and merge briskly together. Long wisps like blades billow, twist, and snap as Blood and Mark emerges from the coalescing darkness. Against the expectations of the room, his deadly focus falls not to you, but to Tunin. It's kind of floating over some black mist. Yeah, it's just a little far away for me to see.
Forgive me, Adjudicator, but this dagger now cuts for another Archon.
Cut for me, Daddy!
I'm going to slice you from throat to thigh and bleed your insides out. But I'll make it quick.
Carve quick, deep, to make prey scream. Beast woman will help human who is shadow hunter, who is like tribe.
She bobs up and down in her excitement, and the shadows in the room draw close to her as if to kiss her hands and haunches, ready to hide her as she strikes. The Archon of Justice floats with utter equipoise? What is that? Never heard that word. An iron grace, stolid and unmoving in the face of Bloodmark's attacks. A myriad of shadow doubles converge on the Archon, darting, slicing, and skewering with dripping black blades, as deadly as they are immaterial. But the Adjudicator makes no move to dodge. Instead, he merely snatches one by the throat and lifts it high before him. The shadow immediately begins to seep and dissolve into nothingness, slipping with a hiss through black-gloved fingers. But before it can escape, the Adjudicator slams the haft of his gavel against the ground, rocking the court with a staggering shockwave of raw power. A blindingly white light flares from the head of the gavel, and the wisping, thrashing shadow in Tunan's grip snaps harshly into the very solid form of Bloodmark, sneering with pain as every last shadow in the room burns hotly away.
A cur, believing he has severed his leash, would bite at his own master's hand. I see I must bring you to heel. Yet again.
The Archon's voice reverberates with disdain, rattling the room's walls when he speaks.
Removed the binding of shadows. You have no hold on me. Adjudicator, who taught you?
He rasps a ragged breath, face turned against the searing light, expression twisted in agony as his skin singes and begins to peel away. He chokes and writhes against Tunan's grip, but every dagger he draws dissipates in the harsh glare of light. His skin burns and his clothes smoke, and finally a jagged cry escapes his throat. I don't know why we're not helping. By the way.
Did you think the Overlord favored you because she spared you once? Did you believe that she would one day allow you to defeat me? That she would entrust you to me with no sound means for discipline?
Sorry, kid. Can't help you after all. Don't worry. Won't die.
The assassin twists enough to look at you. He grimaces a wistful sort of half-smile. His eyes widen as the light bursts through him in several places, disintegrating whole chunks of his body.
Begone, and reflect upon the consequence of your choices, Archon of Shadows. Suffer in a state of endless illumination until I deem you have corrected your misbehavior.
See you, Wormy. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Work goes smoothly, and we'll see you another time.
Begone, Archon of Shadows. You bring disgrace to your very station.
Oh, you haven't?
To find such impertinence in my very court. All will be punished in due time. You, Fatebinder, will be the first.
Still no nightfall. Even behind Tunan's mask of resolve, you know that behind it lies a man of trembling anger. He slams his staff to the ground. Oh shit. Alright. Fight, fight, fight! Alright, you need to step the fuck away.
This useless weapon.
Let's, see if he can bleed.
Isn't working!
We are doing damage. Alright. I'm gonna suck your might, wink wonk.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
Alright, he's just kind of like floating.
Bleed out, you little shit! On my command!
I just
We're
really
ready
like
for another?
that ability. I think it's amazing.
I need to try it.
Ready?
Oh shit, do this first. Quicken, quicken. Oh, wait, we don't actually need to quicken now. It's fine. Judgment of isolation. I don't like none of this. Tell him no. Interrupt. Interrupt. Skyblade. Oh, she already disemboweled. What's this? Cool. I want to do this.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
I just wanted to see what it would look like. That was anticlimactic. That was anticlimactic. That didn't do anything.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
And a spectral blur.
I think my ego is finally catching up to my edge.
Holy. Holy nuts of butts. Okay. Drink. Drink. Lost our healer. We should be fine.
Itself judges you.
Now! Fall down. Get wrecked. Be a dead thing. Yeah! Get up, Lantry.
You have learned much in your few years, Archon. Striking down our kind is more than the swinging of a blade or pounding of a mallet. There are Kairos' laws, and the laws that govern our natural order. I fear they often diverge. I have broken the laws of nature for too long. Life should end in its course. And this is my time at last.
Through the pain, you can hear something like satisfaction in Tunan's words.
Kairos is coming. An army swifter and more dangerous than Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus combined makes for the Tears, propelled by the Overlord's will. Your efforts here are wasted. You cannot halt this advance.
Yeah, like, I want to ask these, but... It's a pity that some quests are really railroaded depending on your faction. I know, right? Because I wasn't picking a faction. I was just picking someone to do one thing. I wasn't like, I align with you forever. I think I want to know about this more than the other thing.
Perhaps I underestimated you. You wield the talents of the Overlord. Better that you use them to end your life, because Kairos will dismantle everything you attempt to build. Good luck.
I was hoping he'd have information. Tunan raises up his arms high and looks at the ceiling of his court. With a flash of arcane power, the Archon is no more. That's Korra's justice for you. No matter how tall you may stand, someone below is eager to watch you fall. If you had told me this morning we were going to slay the oldest living Archon, I'd have thought you mad. Sketching what remains of the Archon of Justice, Lantry's hand moves with hurried excitement. I bet he never thought it'd be done in by one of his own Fatebinders. His downfall will make for a most amusing chapter of the Chronicle. Archon was not so tough. Like all creatures, grew weak from too many seasons, was Prima's favored for too long, became weighted with too much arrogance. Did not expect him to turn to stone like that. Ooh! Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, shit. New stuff. It's got a cult following. Yeah, there's a lot that's really good about it. Let's render judgment. I mean, this is neat. Is it a staff? Tunan's gavel. this shit's pretty cool, though. Alright, I'll just put that in my pocket. Alright, armies of the north. It has come to your attention that the Empire has made good on Kairos' threat. They want to annihilate the Tears. You have the Resonator. With it, you have the power to issue an edict and disrupt the Northern Kingdom. Return to your spire. From there, you'll be able to issue an edict. I don't want to issue edicts, game. Thank you, Kit. Maffer? How do you say your name? And hello. Your hair is live versus it's true. I liked her immediately because of yeah, Tunin's a really cool character. Because of the mohawk. I was like, hey, me too, girl, hey. Mine's orange, though. Yeah, I didn't spend much time with Graven Ash. So he was, like, the least interesting. He's still pretty interesting, though. Oh, look! I love it! My father, thank you for the follow. We're doing a dance to welcome you. Oh, yeah, we welcome you to the court of the hype. I need to stop trying to do high-pitched things with my Pax voice. But you know. You find the voices the most interesting? Yeah, I did too. I thought the voices was very interesting. Alright, issue an edict. Kills and Shadows, you wanted to say something? We've heard that.
Blood of Archon called Tunan stains Fatebinder's hands. And Kills in Shadow wants to lick blood. Wants to judge power of dead Archon.
Her lips curl back in a wild, demanding grin.
Fatebinder wants Beast Woman?
I want that stank trail, girl. Alright, just use the resonator. I'm gonna rest just in case. 'Cause I can. Rest for 8 hours. I'm gonna grow my sides out a bit, see how it looks. Garbage person, I find him despicable. He's a massive racist, but I do find the conceit behind his character. Yeah, I liked like the swirly thingy in his armor. His armor was really interesting. If it looks cool, you'll dye the sides. Nice. Alright, save one more time. And let's issue an edict because the game requires that we do so. That's a little disappointing to me. The waves of energy radiating from the spire draw you forward, pressing your body and mind to its eager embrace. At the center of this tide, the resonator stands ready to broadcast your voice, echoing your commandments to the farthest reaches of the Tears and beyond. From here, the highest point in all the peninsula, you could, with the sum total of your effort, project your will far north, past the edge of the Tears, and proclaim your edict as far as the lands of the Northern Empire. Touch and concentrate. I'm the last Archon standing in the Tears. It's time to send word to Kairos. The conquest is complete. I mean, so now I'm kind of stuck at what would my character do? Because like I said, our role-playing for this character was that she doesn't really want anything to do with this, but it's either follow Kairos or die. Now we have the power to hopefully extricate ourselves from Kairos. Be like, you have the Tears. I just want to be a ship captain. That's all I've wanted. I just want to go and sail around and be a lady captain. She wants to be Sadie the goat. That's all she wants in this life. She doesn't need all this power. She just wants you to leave her be. Um... But I don't know if, like, clicking on one of these... Like, if I click on this, is that gonna be it? We'll see. Because I think this is the best choice. Because I'm not quite affirming loyalty. Like, if she comes for me, I will come right back at her. But I'd rather you just leave me the fuck alone. You spelled it wrong, and also that's 4 letters, so you can't search for it.
Alpha to kills in shadow wish to bow. Why submit? Why?
The beast woman flails her fists against the ground in irritation. Your dissent tells me you still have much to learn about loyalty. I bow as a formality, so that it may save countless lives. True to character. Why did you submit to me? Because you wisely recognize my power. Okay, so this is officially like, just take it, Kairos. The day may come when I overtake Kairos, but I'm a patient hunter and expect my hunting hound to be patient as well. I mean... What are you trying to find? What about holes? Oh yeah, ear hole. I think I said, yeah, it's definitely a clip. I think I said hole first, and then I was like, ear hole!
Then Prima called Kairos will always take our dignity with the weakest of threats.
Shit. We're not exactly ass-deep in friends, are we? And so long as you can call down an edict, Kairos will have eyes on you, if not worse. Better the Overlord watch you as a student than a rival, I guess.
Okay. I guess I'll see what they want.
How could you ask such a thing? I can't possibly make such a far-reaching decision. I'm sorry you have more options than you have convictions.
Excuse you? I just lost favor?
Alpha should bite at foes with fire and blood, venom and darkness. Want to watch
fucking
failing,
up.
fleeing humans lit as fires and shadow. Want to listen to death yowls consumed by crackling flame.
Can you turn everyone inside out? Or make them piss rings? Damn it, I can't decide. You figure it out, I'll just be in the way. I don't know what I would do. Like, if I affirm my loyalty to Kairos, then I'm still stuck under her, I guess. Like, she's not gonna let me just go away. Like, if I could go to Kairos and be like, listen, I don't want your power, I don't want to control the tears, just like, do whatever you want, just leave me out of it. Like, that's what I want to say. Alright, fuck it, I guess we'll fight. Self-preservation, because making peace with Kairos is just like preparing. First of all, I don't think Kairos would accept it. And second, it's just like delaying the inevitable. Not much variety in this part? Yeah, I guess not. Although, like, I wonder if this would actually do something different, or if Kairos would just be like, fuck you, and like, come after me. So this is it. We've come a long way since Edgering Ruins. Before this, I was nothing important. One Scarlet Chorus killer among thousands. But we're really doing something here. Thanks for letting me tag along. She turns to the edge of the spire, avoiding your gaze. This is new territory for us all. You're the first to strike a blow directly at the Overlord. Make sure it counts. Hope you don't mind if I stand back and take notes. By all means, continue.
Thought Kairos was most clever hunter. But now human Prima has challenged Alpha to kills in shadow. Has provoked deadly predator to strike.
If I don't show Kairos my ability to cast the Edict as more than a one-time thing, the attacks will never stop. Which I guess is closest to what I want here. Striking the Overlord where it hurts. Good. I hope the old codpiece feels it from his throne room. Take your best swing. She nods to the resonator at the center of the spire. The spire awaits your command. Oh shit. Northern Empire. Edict of Nightfall! Hell yeah! That's cool. Brings permanent darkness to the land. Plants will wither, animals will sicken. Oh, sad. And people will slowly freeze without the sun's warmth. Yeah, but it's cool. But it's really neat. I already did fire. This one's real neat. I'm just doing this. I hope it dissipates. And also, hey JP, what's up? You never got that edict? I don't know how I got it. I don't know how I got it. Blood and Mark mentioned it, and I was like, ooh, I want to go get that. And then the only thing available was go to Tunon. So maybe because I mentioned it to Tunon, saying maybe an edict on the Northern Empire. But I don't know how I know this. Maybe it's just because the Spires like me? I really have no idea, but we're gonna do this. Because, like, honestly, just move south. There you go, Kit.
The Tears have been conquered, unified at last under a single banner. Your edict brings devastation and ruin to the Northern Empire.
Sorry.
Some believe the edict to be Kairos' work. Others hope, or fear, that this edict comes from a new voice. Kairos' forces withdraw from their march upon the Tears, as they are sent into disarray by your edict. With none left in the Tears to challenge your claim, you fortify your grasp on the war-torn realm. The Overlord's conquest of the known world has come to a halt, and the whisper of a challenger to Kairos' power slowly spreads throughout the land.
Your Edict of Nightfall shrouds the northern capital in unending darkness. While some remain in their homes and beg Kairos for salvation, those less hopeful make for brighter parts of the Empire, seeking the warmth of the sun and wondering how it was that the Overlord could not protect them. Gorgeous art, though. As chaos ensued in the Northern Kingdom, the armies marching on the Tears received an unprecedented order. The armies were to fall back to the capital and ensure the safety of its people from the edict. For the first time in Kairos' great conquest, the armies retreated. Soon, questions would be asked in a hushed breath across the lands about what new and terrible power had emerged that could force the hand of the Overlord. You fulfilled Kairos' decree, and all the Tears is now ruled by a single Archon. Your former rivals have either submitted to you or perished, bringing the civil war to a close. Neither of the Archons charged with conquering the Tears impressed you enough to follow their lead. You ultimately defied your orders, seeing a better way to gain control. Eliminating every Archon who dared stand in your way, you carved your own seat of power in the Tears, keeping yourself independent from the Northern Empire. I didn't really have a choice. In their pride, the disfavored never imagined themselves beaten, especially when their opponents appeared so disorganized. The last remnants of the Legion disperse, their general destroyed, their honor broken beyond mending. I'm sorry. The scorn that follows their humbled ranks haunts them even in the depths of obscurity. The Scarlet Chorus may have been mighty in numbers, but that didn't stop you from thoroughly scattering them, cutting off the serpent's head and sending each of the gangs howling back to the chaos they sowed. How the remnants of the Horde occupy themselves without a war to fight becomes a topic for nightmares. Word of your success spreads beyond the tiers as well. Even the most distant corners of the Empire whisper of the Fatebinder who rose to become an Archon, and an Archon whose intervention shattered the conquest, making way for a new future in the devastated nation. Without the authority of Kairos' Archons to enforce the Overlord's vision on the world, the fall of the conquest becomes a great revolution. Warring factions struggle for dominance, and infighting is a fact of daily life. I'm sorry! Every group insists the situation is an opportunity for the tiers to rebuild as they see fit. Yeah, so just let them rebuild as they see fit. Like, just go about your lives. Stop fighting each other. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, the earth settles around the stone sea, ushering a new age of verdant growth and prosperity. The country may never resemble the glorious realm of Azure, but with new life, many new things become possible. The memory of Cairn as a great force of destruction remains as a monument of inert rock. Most agree that the world is better off without the Archon of Stone as the people of Azure begin to slowly reclaim the land that was once torn asunder by his power. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, you ensure that humans will once again populate the former realm of Azure. The Stonestalker tribe is gradually pushed out of their new territory, and those who don't resist are enslaved, put to work rebuilding new human settlements. Man, everyone in this game is shitty. Everyone's an asshole, except for, like, Ebb. And Lantry, I guess. The death of the Radix is a huge blow to the disfavored. Without the support of the Mage Guild, the Legion finds itself outclassed for the first time and suffers on the battlefield. But they're disbanded. Soon after the death of their Archon, the garrison deserted the crumbling fortress of Sentinel Stand. With the Unbroken all but destroyed, the former citizens of Stalwart slide into lawlessness and begin to fight over what little they can salvage. Stop fighting! Gravenash's daughter is never seen again. When the infant heir of Stalwart resurfaces in the wake of the voices of Narot's death, you assign soldiers to the task of her upbringing and education. You often study her from afar and wonder how you can leverage her potential to further your ends. Only time will tell. All I want to do is break the Edict of Storms, because, like, stop ravaging the land. The Edict of Storms continues to rage across the war-torn remnants of the Blade Grave. I'm sorry! Should have killed the baby. Widely treated as an uninhabitable wasteland, the former citizens of Stalwart make for any territory that will have them. Or I guess I could have broken Dauntless, but the game didn't present me an avenue for that. Anyway, the former citizens of Stalwart make for any territory that will have them. They wander the tiers as refugees, their pride and dignity worn down by the same erosion that claimed their homeland. I'm sorry. You played the Censors game and emerged victorious, retrieving the silent archive from the Vellum Citadel. When asked to turn it over, you decided it was better off in your possession. Instead, you sent the Censor to the Cacophony as a gift for the voices of Narot. I didn't want that either. I wanted to give the silent archive back to the sages, and I didn't want to let the Censor hold it, but the game didn't let me do that either. By taking the silent archive from its pedestal and disrupting the preservation spell holding the Vellum Citadel in stasis, you caused the collapse of the single largest repository of knowledge in Tyranny. I'm sorry, I was hoping I could get out alive, but like my character wanted that staff, man. The world may never know the true extent of the loss. Though the sages persist in wandering the tiers and gathering research, the loss of the Vellum Citadel proves too crippling a defeat. I tried to give you the thing! The scribes and mages seek opportunity away from their old homes, a new refuge where they can start again, this time making sure that their knowledge doesn't fall into the wrong hands. I didn't burn it. It was already on fire. By withholding the Mageborn helm from Lethian's crossing, you sabotage the city's protection against the Bane haunting its borders from inside the old walls. But I killed the Bane! Ugh. Sensing the vulnerability in its defenses, an unstoppable wave of Bane invade Lethian's crossing. Also, like, I would have given it back. Like, couldn't she have just made a new one? I'm sorry. There's a lot of, like, after effects here that, like, my character would have taken care of. Like, she doesn't want to be in the war. She doesn't want people to be at war. Just like... wreaking havoc and causing catastrophic loss of life. The few ragged survivors abandoned the city to the scourges never to return. Sorry. You allowed the Forge-bound master to live, as her life held no bearing on your greater schemes. I wasn't scheming! Game, please. With Ash dead and the disfavored floundering, the Forge-bound also fail, having lost their main source of work. Shit. Eventually, the numbers dwindle to a handful of skilled forge workers who only take commissions from the very wealthy. By enacting an edict on Vendrian's Well, you announced your power to the world and showed Kairos' forces what you were capable of. When you defeated their leader and scattered the army before you, it sent the message to Kairos. A new Archon is born. While the edict dissipated, its effects will always be felt as the first true threat to Kairos' rule. With the death of Oh, hush, you. The death of Graven Ash means the end of the disfavored. Without the comfort and support of the great general, what remains of the Legion slinks into hopelessness. The Archon's seat is left vacant, and whether or not it can be occupied again is a heated topic. Far from his place of final rest, the Northern Empire mourns its fallen son. Killing the voices of Nerat spreads joy of bloody vengeance across the contingent. Celebrated as the death of history's greatest parasite, the occasion is marked by all who suffered under the oppression of the Scarlet Chorus. Even in victory, one thought nags you. Though you witnessed his death, you can't help but wonder if the voices of Nerat is done with you. With the death of Tunan the Adjudicator, the bastard city threatens to slide back into its lawless ways. Keeping the peace and imposing a new definition of order commands all your focus. You learn to delegate the responsibilities to a new court of fate-binders who lighten the burden and make the Archon's absence a manageable setback. The fealty of a killer like Blood and Mark leaves you constantly glancing over your shoulder. Why? He likes me. You gain a measure of comfort by retaining his skills as a headsman, keeping him busy with assignments that take him far from your seat of power. I don't think that he would come for me. Like, why would I just not control him? Because that's what I would do. I'd be like, you're free to do whatever the fuck you want. I did my best game, you evil heathen. I know! Just, take everything the wrong way. They forced me to do stuff I didn't want to do. Anyway, as the spans pass, you come to rely on his knack for rooting out agents of your enemies, and sleep easier under his watchful protection. The death of Graven Ash left Barrack a shadow of his former self. I'm so sorry. He follows you for a time, as much out of habit as reflex. All agree that there is nothing of him left under the iron shell. He departs your company without a word, assuming a position at a crossroads where he allows himself to rust as solid as any statue. That's so fucked up. Verse finds herself adrift in the relative peace that follows your conquest. She returns to the field and seeks out young women from rural communities, imparting her fighting skills to only the most passionate. Over the course of many apprentices, she follows the voices of Nerat's example and forms a personal army, the Callous Sisterhood. Verse proves to be a strict teacher, and you hire her services often, confident she'll take any assignment where there's blood to be spilled. Lantry shifts focus from writing about your accomplishments and spends more time with your spires, contemplating their mystery and unraveling their secrets. The research he uncovers about your stronghold proves invaluable. Some days you feel as if there are a few secrets the old librarian has not already learned. With quiet satisfaction, Lantry persists in working, his wandering days behind him. Ebb remains in your company, where she seeks out promising recruits among your supporters. After recognizing some obvious talent, she takes on a team of apprentices in a new school of would-be tidecasters. Though she often jokes that the school is bound to fail with her at the helm, her students think otherwise. as do the many dozens of hopefuls who come begging for her tutelage. She bangs a lot of hot ladies. Me? Who? Verse? Kills in shadow shows little interest in cleaning up the tears after your victory. Instead, she takes it upon herself to hunt down every disfavored soldier in the country. Chill. Calm yourself with that. You hear a frequent word of maulings and disappearings among Kairos' ranks, perpetuated by a beast of legendary ferocity. Though you could no doubt track your wayward companion, you let her continue the bloody work out of equal parts respect and fear. Siren, the Archon of Song, never lent her voice to your cause. Yeah, I just didn't feel like going to talk to her. Oops. Because I was like kind of fed up with the game and I was like, I just want to do main quests. I thought she was going to be a side quest. After spending time in Lethian's Cross and gathering followers, she disappeared from the tiers before your personal conquest was done. Stories reach your ear occasionally, telling of a young woman with a hypnotic voice, and you wonder what... Oh, no, we did meet her that one time. I forgot about her. What marvels you could have accomplished. Yeah, that would have been cool. By abandoning your decorated career in Kairos' military, you gave the tiers room to define the path ahead. The future will not be mapped by foreign ideals or the will of a distant autocrat. It is only a matter of time before the Overlord launches a retaliation. You will be ready to face it. Without allies, the winds are especially cold atop your spire. You await Kairos' inevitable advance, brooding over the decisions that led you to this point. Though the tiers are a friendless place, they are indisputably your home. Interesting. So we're going to wrap this up now. Normally I sit and... I'm assuming that's the end. Normally we sit and watch the credits, but I think as we were reading through that, I kind of encapsulated everything. Like, I liked the gameplay, I liked the premise. I wish I had been given a little bit more freedom throughout the whole experience, because I feel like the beginning was very much free to do whatever the fuck you want, and then, like, I made a choice and now I'm locked in a very, like, weird way that felt... It felt a little out of place. I thought the characters were really neat. Again, I was just up to that I wanted a little bit more of a choice going on here. It'd be funny if the music started going faster. 8 times! 16 times! Woo! I can't even read that shit. 16 times I'm just like, oh, I'm not playing RuneScape. I'm not playing RuneScape. Alright, so was there anything else I wanted to say about the game? I did get frustrated. I didn't talk to my companions as much as I might have otherwise. Also, I had vocal problems for most of this game, so I didn't want to have to read out loud. That was a lot of my decision to not read everything, talk to everyone, go in every corner. I'm not playing WoW either. But yeah, I liked the game. I did get kind of frustrated with it at a certain point, which caused me to kind of just like rush through it, but that's alright. There will be many more games. I still don't know whether I'm going to stream tomorrow. I guess I'll see when I wake up. If I wake up within a reasonable amount of time, I'm not exhausted, maybe. So like possibly, because I want to make up for days that I missed for PAX, and then also the day next week, Wednesday, because I'm going to not be able to stream because I'm going to see a kitty. I'm going to go pet a cat. And no, I'm not being facetious. The next game, I haven't decided. I need to choose between Moon Hunter, Healer's Quest, or Knee Deep. One of the three. So if I stream tomorrow, we'll probably do Knee Deep because I'm not going to stream Saturday, and I can do that in one day. So if I don't stream tomorrow, then it'll either be Moonlighter, sorry. It'll either be Moonlighter or Healer's Quest. Those are the next games. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna see if we have anybody to host. I'm not gonna do a raid today. Who's up in this piece? Alright, there's too many people and I feel bad picking. Is this accurate? Please connect to Wi-Fi. Okay, if you insist. Alright, well, I'll figure it out. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you on Sunday. Have a good weekend. And I shall see you another time. Farewell, farewell. Goodbye, goodbye.
Tyranny.